All right, hello everyone. So today I actually still have not taken a trade, but just wanted to record this while I'm waiting. I wanted to talk today about when things are going to materialize. So obviously, we know you have to have it before you have it, right? So having in the definition, not of having it in the physical, but having it vibrationally, right? So I always thought I was ready, like when I was trading almost a year ago, I remember a very specific moment. I was just so fed up and I felt so horrible. And I was just thinking, like, oh, I'm gonna take this off. Don't mind the crazy stuff here. I remember a very specific moment. I remember I was stretching. I try to stretch every night, even though I definitely don't. Now I do, but this was at a time when I was trying again. And I remember I was stretching and I didn't listen to any music or anything. I just thought, okay, I'm going to talk to God. And I remember I was just saying, like, God, like, I'm ready. I'm ready for this. Like, give it to me now. I swear, like, I'm ready for this. I feel like I've been through enough. I feel like I'm at the point where I can have this. And this was at a completely different time. I did not know any of the stuff I know now of kind of ignore the physical and just have it mentally, have it before the world proves it to you type of thing. And but even talking about this where I was just like, okay, I'm ready for this now. And it was really interesting because the next day I kind of went back to being the same person. And I was the same person who did not have it. So at the time, I was still like, man, like, I swear I'm ready. I swear I should be successful now. But then I went back to doing the same thing. So now that I've been in the game a little longer, and now that I know a bit more, and now that I can think about it logically and not so emotionally like I was back then of just wanting to get out of this horrible spot, I was definitely not ready. I was definitely not ready. And I'm really glad that I did not succeed then. I'm really glad that I did not see the success in trading because I really do think my whole journey would have been completely different. And I do think there's a big chance I would have lost it all and that would have gotten me in such a worse spot. So again, a lot of these videos, I hear something like I watch a lot of videos that watch a lot of neuro knowledge. I really like his videos a lot, but what he was talking about today is, or from what I watched today, he was talking about the waiting. Like, what is your relationship with waiting? Because that's kind of the period it takes of having it from the mental plane to it materializing, right? And it's interesting because that's what I was talking about just a minute ago. Of I thought I was ready and then I'm not. I'm kind of talking off the dome now, but I'll get better at this. And what he called it was not like a waiting period. It's not a waiting room. It's a calibration period. And it didn't make sense to me at first right away. Okay, what does this mean? But once he started explaining it, it makes so much sense. Is I have to be the person that's successful for long enough for it to so that when it materializes, I can keep it and I can sustain it, right? So it's calibrating so that I am that person when it materializes, I will, it would be normal. It would be normal because I was already that person and it doesn't mess me up, right? So a big issue I had also was I really had a lot of periods like this where I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm a winner. And then I would let the physical world kind of deter me, right? And I would let it affect me where I'm like, oh, I don't have it in real life. I don't have it. But I realize now when he was talking about this is I just have to I have to linger in that state for long enough that it becomes so normal, and that's just who I am, and that's when it will materialize, right? So it makes me think of a clip of Conor McGregor. I really like it, and he was talking about patience, and he's like, patience, my friend, that's the biggest. And I guess I'm really big on that starting today. Like, I already knew this a little bit, but now that I know this concept, I really will just I will be this person for a long enough time that it's normal to me. And I feel like it is already normal to me, but I still recently had those ups and downs, and I haven't consistently stayed in that calibration period, right? And yeah, so my plan now, I just want to stay in that state until it materializes. I don't know how much more I have to say about it, but if I keep thinking these things, and it's not as much about like repetition, as I heard him say this too, but it's also a discipline and consistency thing, nevertheless. So, yeah, I think I just have to stay in this state for a prolonged period of time until that's just who I am, and it's not like a doing it actively type of thing. It's just, this is who I am. And I've gotten there a little bit where I already know I'm going to be successful, or I know that I am already successful because it's here. And if I stay in it being here, the subconscious is going to materialize this, right? So yeah, I really like making these videos actually. I'm a lot more, I made TikToks and stuff and reels, and that was good too, but I didn't get enough time to talk like this. And I really just get to practice now and talk about all of this. And I think a lot of these things now, and I'm sure this will develop so much more in the future, of I'll look back on these and think, oh, you had somewhat of the right idea. And but you just couldn't develop it, right? So I'm sure I'll develop these a lot better in the future, but this stuff is making sense to me now, and I'm very, very glad I started this channel, because now I'll document all of this and I'll be able to talk about my thoughts more. And yeah, another thing I want to talk about actually is making winning normal to me. Because like I said in my last video actually, is losing in trading has become normal to me, because I've lost so much, so I just associate trading to losing, and that's become normal to me. But if I realize that winning is my normal state, then, and that's what I expect, is that's what I'll get. Yeah, I guess a little bit shorter video today, because I don't know how much more I can say about this, but yeah, no, maybe I'll see. Maybe I'll record a trade recap if I take a trade, but for now, there's no trades. Yeah, conclusion, basically, I am staying in this state for my whole life now. Like, I'm just a winner. That's just who I am now. And I'll stay a winner until it materializes. Or, I don't know if that's wrong to say. I don't know if, because I'll still be then. But yeah, I already have these things, and now it just has to materialize. But it doesn't have to, because the material is not going to change me having it. But anyways, I'll cut this off. I'm kind of saying bullshit now, but this is my video for the day. Yeah, calibration process. This is I'll explain much more when I'm deeper into it.